We got one up.
You got somebody.
Yeah, we got somebody. Whoever that somebody is, remember if you comment, if you want to leave a comment tonight, remember to leave your name by the comment so we'll know who's making it.
Hey, boss, thank you. I guess you can hear us. Oh, we got a few people on. Oh, music's done.
No
Did anybody see our little intro video? Man, it's quiet in here tonight. What in the world?
I know.
It's so quiet. Thank you all for hopping on with us tonight. We'll wait for a few more to get on.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty busy night, really.
Yeah, it is.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Riley, and this is Father.
How y'all doing? Sweet. So somebody must have saw it. It was kind of short, the little intro.
Yeah.
I think we need to lengthen it out.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, we've been promising for a long time we were going to do more, some more editing. And after the weekend, we finally made our mind up that we are going to go full scale editing some videos.
Yeah, we are.
Shoving it out there down YouTube. We're going to try to finally try to make a go in it and see just how far we can get our YouTube to grow. And maybe one day it'll start bringing in a little bit of a few dollars so we can hey, Wanderlust, thank you for hopping on. Bring in a few dollars so we can help out with travel and expenses to go somewhere. Help out like Dylan. Dylan's part of us, of course. And actually, Dylan's supposed to be getting on tonight.
Yeah.
We got some guests tonight.
Yeah,
Mr. Riley, who we got?
We got Dylan, and we got Chasity Littlebean, psychic.
Yep,
psychic medium, moonologist, or something like that.
Is that moonologist, astrologist?
Oh, astrologist who talks about the moon.
And the star, astrology, right?
Yeah,
why do you call her a moonologist?
I don't know.
I love it. That's funny. Excuse us. You know we can we laugh at our own jokes. So
funny guy laughing at his own joke.
Anyway, man, we're coming off of a crazy busy weekend.
Yeah,
we took the 4-hour trip to Henry River Mill Village. Oh man, it was a big deal. We knew it would be. Riley and I, we've been trying to get there for years, a year and a half. We were finally able to make it. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. I do personally.
I do too, personally.
It was a good site. Don't get me wrong. It was a good investigation. We had guests with us. We had Brad. We had his daughter and her friend was there. We had Chasity Lunabeams finally made it to her first paranormal investigation where she actually done some investigating.
Yeah.
And we had our good buddy Angel with Durham Paranormal was able to make it. He wasn't able to bring Ruth, but he made it.
Yeah.
And man, he did his thing. He's as sharp as they come with investigating, man. I'll tell you, got a lot of respect for Angel. But anyway, like I said, I got mixed feelings. It wasn't quite as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be hotter than that.
But it was good enough. It was a good investigation. A lot of history in that place, man. A lot of history.
Plenty of
I think as we had hoped and we figured, Chasity helped a lot there because if you know her light shines bright, and she picked up on a lot of things as I knew she would. We tried not to talk to her. We had a Andy Coffee. Andy Coffee was our guide. He's a local guy. He was security for us there.
Yeah.
Not that we need security.
Yeah.
we don't need security.
I usually handle mine. But...
Oh yeah, big talker here. Big talker. But he was there, give us a lot of history on the place. He helps look after the site. It's a real big site. We knew it was 70 some odd acres.
Yeah.
We stayed in the main part of the village area. I think it originally had 34 or 5 houses that were built for the workers who lived there. And there's probably down to, I don't know, did he say 20, 15 or 20?
Yeah, 20.
But the problem is those 20 that are there, when you ride, if you ever get a chance to ride through there in the Hickory area, Henry River Mill Village, Hickory, North Carolina, it's a beautiful place.
It really is.
I mean, beautiful. The homes, like I said, were built by the workers, for the workers who worked in the mill there. A lot of the homes are basically dilapidated. Some of the buildings are condemned now. They're really old. And as time, like we do, time takes out everything. So it's, the time and the weather and the elements are working on those old buildings for sure. But anyway, it's still a beautiful place. One cool thing about it is if you just want to get out of town for the weekend or whatever, trying to see if anybody. So if you want to get out, get away, they actually have one of the original homes there that they've turned into a duplex. So it's a small house, and two of them are side by side. One house, but made it like a duplex. So it's like 2 apartments. And there actually happened to be someone staying in one while we were there. The guy was from up north, and he definitely did not know this place was haunted. He walked around asking questions, and he didn't know.
Yeah.
But, I think he figured out pretty quick when he talked to us, and we let him know what we were there doing, and he was like, "Holy cow, I'm staying here tonight." So anyway, like I said, we had a long weekend, so we were we left about Saturday. We left around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Headed on down to Hickory, Henry River Mill Village. We were there early, which is unlike us. We were there plenty of time early. Got to see the place in the daylight, walk around, take a little tour of it. And we investigated till about 2 o'clock Sunday morning. Left, went and got 3 or 4 hours sleep in a motel, and got up Sunday morning and drove 4 hours home. So as you can imagine, we were wiped out Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically.
Yeah.
I think I finally figured out, and I asked that question to other paranormal investigators. I can go a long time. I work hard. I work long hours. I work a few jobs, not just one. And I sleep pretty good. But I have found out lately, and only because I heard someone else talking about it who were paranormal investigators, they got what they call paranormal, like a paranormal hangover. I guess it's so much going through your mind, so much energy. You falling down?
No.
I didn't know you were ducking out of the screen. I thought you were about to fall out.
No, I won't.
Am I boring you that bad?
Can you check my pulse?
I'll pop it sometime. But anyway.
But restart me.
I'm talking about it. Like I had it like Sunday, and it's happened before. We're going to investigation, especially a few hours from home. So it's not just driving. But when I got home Sunday, I was mentally wiped out. And I actually heard somebody else, another podcast from another paranormal team, and they were talking about a paranormal hangover. And he was like, man, every time we go to an active location, the next day, it just, you just feel wiped out. And I'm starting to wonder, I'm thinking, man, I know I'm just tired because I work hard, but I feel worse after we go investigate somewhere. Yeah. Does it bother you any?
It don't bother me all
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if it bothered anybody else. Like Angel would be a good one to ask, because Angel had about a 2.5 hour drive. Won't quite as far as our 4 hours to get to Henry River. Anyway, it was a good thing. Some more news that we probably should talk about. We've talked about it up here before. Not sure who knows and who don't. Maybe Dylan's going to try to get on tonight. Dylan has one kid now, and he's got one on the way next month. Supposed to have a new baby coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, Chasity, she popped her and said she was tired. Yeah, okay. So it won't just, it's been happening to me a lot lately. Anyway, so Dylan's going to have him and his wife are expecting a new baby next month. Yeah. So me and Riley likes to go. He'd go every day, paranormal investigating if we could. Yeah, and look, we really got where I say we. He's always liked it. I'm getting where I like it more all the time. However, life carries on in between it. You know, somebody's got to work, got to pay some bills, got to keep everything straight. There's a lot of things going to keep the wheels turning, as most of you know. So I think what we're going to do, we not made a deal with Dylan, but we're not going to go anywhere big without Dylan. Dylan's part of the team. He's part of us. You know, most of the time when we're out somewhere, we're investigating. If you see me or Riley, or if you see Riley, you're going to see Dylan. Yeah. That's just how we roll. We are down south. So we're going to give Dylan, he's going to welcome his new baby next month, good Lord willing. And he wants to take a few months off, which is expected for him. Me and Riley, what we decided to do, we're going to still go. This one here can't stop. I can't. But out of respect for Dylan, sorry, Dylan. I've tried. We're not going nowhere like big. We got some big plans. I'll just say that. We got some big plans. We got big plans for the fans. Yeah, we got that was good. You see how I did that? Good. I like that. We got big plans for our fans. Damn, drop one, Tom. Drop it, big dog. Drop it on me, Tom. So what we're going to do, we're going to stay local. So we're going to still hit around like we always do. When Dylan doesn't go with us, me and Riley, we still get out. We hit places. We hit local places. We'll hit the graveyards, the boneyards. Yeah. We'll hit some things locally. We'll still do some house calls. Anybody needs a house cleansing, you got some crap going on, you don't know what it is, you don't want to tell everybody, you might be embarrassed or scared it's not nothing or scared it is something, call Riley. We'll make plans to get there. We'll check it out. And or just message the group. Yeah, message the group. Get up with Riley or message the group. You can message the group page. So we're not going to do anything big for a couple of months. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that just reminded me. All right, you jumped off course. So anyway. Continue. Yeah. Let's see. Chat. You done got me sidetracked now. I'm sorry. We're on live. Do you know that? Yeah. Oh, there's Chasity. She's popping up here in the back room. Hey, Chasity. Hey, young lady. I can't hear you. Are you ready to get on, or you just give me thumbs up? Are you ready? All right. Bring her on in. Without further ado, we're going to bring in Chasity Luna Beams, psychic medium, moonologist, and new title is Moonologist. I know you didn't know you were a moonologist. You're correct. I am a moonologist. That's part of the astrology that I do. So a part of the astrology is moonology. I do teach that. Yeah, I will be teaching it January 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the signups are now. I haven't put a cutoff date for that. It'll probably be sometime around June 15th will be the cutoff date. Unless somebody messaged me and say, hey, I can't do it till June 20th. But the price goes up June 1st. Because I have to do like preliminary stuff for the class. Mm-hmm. So if you want to book before May 31st would be the best. See, Chasity, I'm not that dumb. I called the name moonologist before you even called us. What's this mean right here? Time out. All right, time out. Time out again. So just because you see her on the screen doesn't mean she can't hear. I can hear you. And you can whisper, but let me tell you what's happening for the 100th time. You're blowing my eardrum out. Just speak regular. It happens. Oh, I'm gonna have to roll out of here. All right. Time in. Okay. So Chasity, like I was saying, I deserve a reward because I
I saw a guest that night, and I had like people. Daddy thinks I'm crazy, and I made up the name.
No, you are crazy. You are definitely crazy. You're crazy. We all crazy.
A little bit. If we're doing what we're doing, we're a little crazy.
That's what I said the other day. Somebody was like, do people think you're crazy? I said, they don't have to think. I said, look around here. We're at the Parafest. I said, every person here is crazy.
Yeah.
They just don't
want
to admit it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So we were just talking about we're going out of respect for Big Deal. We call him Big Deal. Dylan. He's got a baby coming next month. We had one big one we were going to hit in June, and I think we're going to push it off. We're going to wait. So August we're going to St. Albans
Sanatorium,
which is a crazy one.
Overnight.
We were going to try to go in June, but out of respect for Dylan and his new one coming, we're going to put it off a little bit. But me and our Knucklehead 1, Knucklehead 2, we're going to stay local. We're going to be doing some local stuff, which is there's plenty to do local.
Yeah.
So that's what we were talking about, and I was just talking about, like you said, you typed in, man. I don't know what's going on. I blame it on age, but you're a lot younger than me, so maybe there is such a thing as a paranormal hangover.
I'll be 37 in May, but with my disability, or pretty much, it keeps me down. I have to have time to recover from big events, things walking. Like I might have to seek accommodations because I wasn't as sore as I was for the event, because the event was a lot of picking up, putting down, bending over, and I still didn't do a ton like I used to 2 years ago. So in 2 years, it's got a lot different. But I wasn't stuck like a broken finger with my back the next day, but I was sore. I was tired. I will say this, we'll get into it, but it wasn't in my mind, like with my intuition. It was just overall. And 2, I had been going and going and going, and you probably had too for working and stuff. So it probably is a combination of everything. But I have heard of paranormal hangover from somewhere. I can't remember where, but it was another paranormal group, and it's true. You also get those types of hangovers from intuitive work. So I can sit here and do it. I'm fortunate to where when, like last night, I did a 4-hour live and I did 13 chart readings and all 12 zodiac signs. That does make me tired, because I mean, I'm talking to y'all is different than talking to the screen talking to the screen by yourself and looking at the comments. You're talking to people, but you're talking to yourself. But when you start channeling in and tapping in, and like midway through, I hit like a duh point. My mind just went.
Yeah.
So I had chocolate.
Yeah.
It worked.
I didn't know if you had Billy Bob teeth in.
Oh, somebody behind me? Shit, ain't nothing behind me.
I just
Yeah, V may pop in when we start talking about it. I told him, he's like, just let me know. I'm like, no, you watch the live. You let me know when you want to pop in. And he won't get on camera, though. He'll just sit beside me right here and talk.
That's fine, man. Yeah, we enjoyed having V there.
Good.
He's low key, man. He's cool. I like that.
Hello.
Yeah, he don't get jacked up. Nothing seemed to worry him, which was good.
Yeah,
because we've taken people before who actually they lose it. They lose it. It can be overwhelming. So I don't know. We talked about it the other night. We had really been looking forward to going to Henry River Mill for a while, like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So it was weird how it all come together in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that's usually how it does. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed just about everywhere we go. But I thought it was going to be a little more of a hotbed. Because it was actually better than what some people, they were like, don't waste your money. Don't go there. But it wasn't like that.
Wait till y'all seen what I caught on that video, in that photo. And I'm going to share it with my video that's going to hopefully come out Friday or Saturday, but it backs up some stuff that y'all got, right? It backs up the same spot. Okay. Yeah. So overall it was low key, but it is haunted in my personal opinion. I started getting impressions as soon as I got there. Y'all will see this, going forward. I mean, we did get some evidence, and I know we'll talk about that. But there was one place that I couldn't stand very long because I got attacked.
Yeah, Agnes's house.
What was it?
That house.
The little house.
The one we could go in.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
And you know what? We really didn't go through that much. We really did. We probably went through maybe a quarter of what was available to go investigate too. I mean, honestly, you could go back and do a whole nother section of that place. It's so big.
Yeah,
absolutely. We could, and like you said, we didn't. Yeah, absolutely. You can't hardly do it in 6 hours.
Yeah.
We had what? 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 hours. Yeah, you'd have to make it a 2-day affair to do that.
Yeah. And I caught something too in post edit. I'll wait to share, but it's one of the stories he told y'all down at the river. And I caught something post edit that I picked up validation wise. So I can't wait to share it. But collectively, we got several things that happen. I don't know. I'll let y'all say. I don't know if y'all viewed any of the footage or looked back through the photos. I don't know exactly what all y'all got. I saw dealing with the video camera, and I've got some footage that I'd be willing to share with y'all too that V got. Since then, V's all about it because V wants to do video anyway. So he got his aunt. We were supposed to go out to eat for V's birthday last month, and the stomach bug was going around because the illness, we had pink eye this week, and the last 3 weeks in a row, one of the children have been sick. So for the last month, it's just been something around my house, right? And we didn't get to go out to eat, long story short. So his aunt, he found a decent little drone. It's a starter drone, very inexpensive online, and his aunt got it for him for his birthday. So he's been playing it and crashing it. And
it's funny
he went ahead and he's got more mics. Like he's in it to win it. And I'm like, because he keeps spending money. I'm like, you better stop.
We have a problem with that too. We have to watch ourselves.
Yeah. It's my job as the old lady to be like, you better quit spending that money. It's my job, so I got to try to do it a little bit, but I can't sit here and say that I don't enjoy it. Like I do. I'm excited that he's excited. He's ready to go to another location. He's just like, I got to figure out how I'm going to get off of work because Friday, he's thinking about even switching his work week. So Fridays would be great days. We could do it. But even Saturdays, he'd have to go to work on Sunday morning early, as soon as Sunday starts. So whenever we go, he's going to want to go now, of course, which I'm great. I'm happy with because I'll need help filming too. And he's intuitive. He's intuitive. He's always been intuitive. It's just something he's got in and out of throughout the years. Like he gets intuitive impressions, and I could validate some of the stuff he picked up. So it's quite interesting.
Y'all are welcome to go whenever we go. So we're gonna, unless you say stop inviting me, we're gonna keep inviting you to go.
I love going with y'all. You're very serious. I mean, I want to say this to the viewers too. Like they are very professional, very serious. Like they get to it. It's not, there ain't no cutting up. Now we did take snack breaks and stuff, and the guy that was watching over us, he was like retired military, retired police officer, like in the Rangers. He was very like, it's not the man you want to meet in the dark. So I'm going to give everybody this. If you try to sneak into that place, just don't. You're going to get greeted by this man that knows how to kill you in about 3 seconds. He's not going to, but you're going to be in trouble. And he's friends with the law enforcement. He's not the type of man you want to meet at night.
Definitely not in a dark alley.
No.
Or in a dark curve. No.
It's funny you were talking about the drone on the way there. I don't know. We were probably an hour from there, and Dylan was like, "We really need a drone," and because I hadn't even thought about it, and then after he said it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, a place like this outdoors with this much ground, we need a drone." So yeah, I'm glad V's getting one. V, you learn how to work that thing, buddy.
He's sitting beside me now. They said you need to learn how to work or learn how to work that thing because they want a drone. They want some tips, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. I have learned from one crash to the other.
One crash to the other.
Maybe it's not. I think I don't know if yours is, but they actually saw a video of one the other day. It was probably I don't know, very small, very high powered camera on that thing, but it would almost fly itself. It was so wild. Before people crashed them all the time because you actually physically had to drive it. But I think they'll just about drive themselves now, almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine has an automatic flight feature.
There you go. So, and I think this one, like if it experienced any problems, it would come back to your cell phone. Wherever your cell phone was at, it would fly back to you and land. So it's like
a lot of them have a return to home feature. They just don't have. They're not very great at it yet because of how satellite pings work, and that's how they do it. They track them off of satellites using GPS.
Okay,
really cool.
Okay.
Mine will land probably like 5-10 feet off from its home spot sometimes, and then every now and again it'll just take off and randomly like zoom up top. Like it's pretty scary actually. I thought I broke my drone for sure earlier because it hit the top of the trees just trying to bring it back home.
Yeah, so you definitely it's something you want to, well, at least with this one. I'm sure there's other ones that have like detection and stuff, but this one is a starter drone. It's going to be good enough for us to set up a flight pattern in an open space and check things out and bring it back. So like we could have set it up beside of the store and stuff of the such. So yeah, the drone's going to be cool. It might not be just like all the big YouTubers and stuff, but it's going to work. I messed up the mic already. It's not charged.
They're both charged.
Right. Well, okay. Well, he got the fluffy mic. So we got one that looks like a microphone, and now he's got the fluffy one. I was telling him that you done went like wild, and he's ready. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah, good. Good.
I haven't went as crazy as I could have.
I get it. We actually came home and I got a call Monday from a not really a personal friend, but a guy we know, and he was like, "Man, I'd love for down south to have one of my new such and such, and I'm only building 13 of them, and not Angel, it's not Angel, somebody else." And I was like, "Man, we don't really need one, but yeah, send us one." But
yeah.
It's one of those deals. So yeah, we gotta have it. Probably, yeah, we got equipment habit.
Who? J.W. Prather?
Yeah, it is a bad habit.
Yeah, you gonna tell everybody hey? They tell
you. Hi everybody.
Hey B.
Yeah, they're saying hi on. I think you probably can see my comments too. But yeah, it was really fun. I will say that I wasn't. So when I go out in public in general, I go out mostly at night. Because I don't mind big crowds. If I know I'm going to a concert or something like that, I can deal, but I haven't been since I've really turned on my abilities, and I'm not nervous to be around anybody, but there was times I saw that I needed to like walk away and just kind of have my own space to be able to process all the information, because I don't want to use the word overwhelmed. I was not overwhelmed. I was more so, I don't know. I had to get my processes and procedures down. So you notice that I would walk away, take my time, gather myself, eat my peanut M&Ms. I would film something. Yeah. And the thing that I'm getting used to with the paranormal investigation is because I'm just used to having a piece of paper and a pencil and maybe like some cards or something. And I connect with the paranormal. See, when y'all go ghost hunting, y'all are bringing up, bringing up equipment, and you got different things, and I don't have that routine yet. So I found myself digging around, trying to find my cat balls and trying to find, cat balls and my EMF meter and, all that kind of stuff. So, and plus I didn't know I knew what to do. I've watched paranormal stuff for 20 years, but I just wanted to sit back and take it all in and let y'all and watch how y'all do your thing and write down my stuff. And, and I think the more we go, the more interactive that once I get my routine down and see how maybe we can work together too, which we did. I'm not saying we didn't, guys, for the viewers. It's just like I was more of an observer this time. It was a good starter investigation for me, in my opinion.
I just filmed anything I could get my hands on.
Yeah. It's a very big site for a first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for sure, don't you think? With all the different buildings, it's just a lot of area to cover for your first time going, which is it's cool. Hey, if you're gonna go big.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, I think the first place you ever went to was a single wide trailer.
Yeah.
Polyester curtains and a redwood deck.
Yeah. I don't remember where the first place y'all took me. I don't even remember. It doesn't matter, but I was saying for the first time that was a huge place to go. I'll say, and I said the other night, I thought I had to think about how I really felt. I wasn't disappointed, but I guess because some of the places we've gone, well, I shouldn't say that because like Granger, the last 2 times, well, one time sucked. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was piss poor.
But I think there was reasons for that. We got Angel. Hey, Angel, we'll bring Angel in here.
Okay.
So everybody, welcome Angel from Durham Paranormal. He's one of our buddies. He takes us to school, investigation school. How you doing, sir?
Welcome.
Good.
Hey.
We were just discussing, of course, Henry River. I was saying that I wasn't upset or didn't enjoy it. I really enjoyed the place. I think I thought it would have been a little more active because there was actually a lot of activity, and I haven't gone through everything yet. I have not had time, but I got one picture that's probably some people are going to say it's fake, but it's not. I got one really cool picture. We got a lot of stuff on the EVPs. A lot of chatter. Of course, you know that because you heard it the other night.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking to Chasity about for her first investigation. This was a huge site. Most places is one small building or a home or something like that. Not 75 acres with 25 buildings.
Yeah, I didn't get that lucky. My first investigation was a single wide trailer that left me getting scratched up like I just ran through a freaking cheese grater.
Yeah. That's crazy. I remember you telling me about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
You can still hear? Okay, because we put on the thing, say something.
Yep. Mic check 1, 2.
Hey, there's Dylan too. Hey, I just wanted to make sure we put on the mic.
Got big.
But yeah, that's crazy that you experienced that.
My first experience was also in a trailer.
Yeah, you need to watch.
Can you hear me?
So yeah, we got the whole crew here. Other than let's see, who do we got? Brad. Brad's not up here. I had talked to Brad this week. Hope Brad had fun. I don't know what Brad and his daughter were expecting. I keep saying we're taking him because he doesn't believe, and I'm just waiting for that one moment to make him feel a little different about it. Because
he does. He talked to me. He's like, I'm starting to kind of warm up to it. He said that to my face.
Well, good. I haven't talked to him this week.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was fun.
Big deal.
But yeah, guys. So, are y'all wanting to talk about some of the things that we captured while we were there?
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
Yeah.
Y'all go first. I'm gonna save one picture for last.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about that picture. I was like, go ahead and bring it up, but we can save it.
I'm gonna wait. Well, I tell you what. When we start, Chastity, you're gonna validate some things because people are gonna think my picture's not real, but it is real. And actually, when y'all go ahead first, then I'll bring it in. We'll talk about it. I know, Angel, you've been holding on to something, buddy. I know you got something. You always get something.
Sadly, I didn't get it.
What?
Yeah, I was hoping to get that film that I saw by where the was shot, but
couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Say? Yeah.
Okay, I was hoping to get a picture with the shadow of the sheriff that was killed because I saw him standing in front of the house. But
oh yeah,
all my pictures, I don't have anything.
Oh man!
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So I didn't know about the stories. Just so everybody knows, there was I can't remember when Andy said, but there was one of the only sheriffs got killed in the line of duty. Happened right there. Was it in 1920s or 40s? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he actually
1947. He said, I think.
Okay, so he got killed on site. He got shot and killed. So I actually kind of thought we may get something around that area, but anyway. I will say when we started the investigation at the store, we were all kind of getting our stuff together, and Angel had already had his spirit box going and a portal rolling over there, and somebody's got some static, and Andy, our tour guide, come over there to us, and he was like, "You guys need to hurry up. This guy's over here, and he's got the most fancy equipment I've ever seen." Somebody's got a radio turned up loud or something.
It's the feedback. So if you hit the more button and you hit settings and you go to audio on the screen, you can hit take off echo cancellation. And you can also, if you want, take off automatic adjust mic volume in the studio, and that should help y'all with the feedback.
Yeah, I got echo cancellation is on. Reduce.
Yeah, turn that off. Now we gotta go because it makes it echo quite a bit. It does. It really does. It works opposite.
What, the echo cancellation?
Yeah, take that off, and it's probably on one of their ends. It's probably Dylan or Angel may have to do it.
Background noise, but I cut it off.
Yeah,
might have been mine.
Quiet now.
Any feedback will do that too.
Yeah, it's quiet now.
Yeah, the TV was going in the background. I had to cut it off.
Yes, it's a lot clearer now. So when Andy came over and said, "You guys need to hurry up," Angel's already got his stuff rolling over there, and he's getting all kinds of voices at the old store. So I think I didn't expect it to be, but I was kind of blown away when Chasity had a feeling that someone there had lost their arm. And she saw a person up in the window that had been thrown out or somehow hit the pavement. So a lot of that got validated. So
yep.
I really, Chasity, I told Riley before we went, I said, I'm curious how you will do. I was a little bit worried, but I know you've already been through a lot and a lot more than we know about. But I was a little bit worried that if it got real, a lot of activity going, that it might be overload for you.
Yeah, I know how to. I know how to remove. I have enough. How can I say this? I'm connected enough to know when it's time to move on, because there's even more things I got as I'm watching back, because I walked away some of those times I was recording. And like as I was recording, I got some validations, right? But the validation, when I got there was a man standing in the window with no arm. So like he was just standing there, and the guy was literally like, "Go on Facebook, look, and you'll find the manager of this place, and you'll see exactly what you're talking about." I cannot find that.
Was it a third eye image or?
It was like literally a layover of my eyes.
Okay.
So I was seeing him. And if maybe too, it might help if for the feedback, if you're not speaking, try to mute yourself. That might help as well. And then when you're ready, you can unmute. I know it's a pain in the butt, but I can hear it too. So basically, I've done this before with Rochelle, so I've learned all the tips and tricks with StreamYard. I ain't trying to be bossy or nothing. I'm just trying to help out. Because where I go live with her. But no, he was standing there, and it was like a glaze over my eyes. And there it was.
So like a daydream.
It wasn't working until we used these. Let's take these off to make sure.
Okay.
It could be us. But
it's not Angel, because I see he's.
But yeah, basically, he was standing there. I saw him, and the guy told me that. And then we went back after we went down. So basically, there was about 3 locations we investigated. We investigated down at the river. We investigated at the second or one of the little houses that we couldn't go in. We investigated at the store, because what y'all are seeing is the store when we take the pictures here now. Like if y'all seen them online, that's the store. That's not the mill. Because I didn't know, because I didn't look anything up. So like I thought that was the mill. It was kind of weird that it was so small, but I was like, okay, what do I know? Well, it's not. It's the general store for the little place. And then we investigated the house. So 4 location. places, and each location definitely had a different feeling. And we got stuff, a little bit of stuff at least in every location, but there was a couple of the locations that were really hot.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
would definitely
start
be
our top.
interested in hearing. And say, Angel said you didn't capture anything on camera.
Not on camera. That recorded a lot of video, so I will need to.
Yeah. Yeah, and you said you saw that shadow and whatnot. And Dylan, did you get any impressions or did you see anything while you were there besides just the activity we call on the paranormal equipment?
I mean, not with my just like looking around or whatever, my plain eyesight. No, we were at that one house where the REM pods and stuff started going off. The next house over to the left, I could have swore I saw something like in the back corner, but then like kind of just vanished as soon as I looked over there. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah. And other than the picture that Greg got on his phone.
Yeah. And what about you, V? What did you see anything while you were there? Like sum it up, maybe in one of the locations, the biggest thing you saw?
I've seen several things. A lot of them were intuitive, and then I had like three different paranormal experiences. One of them was mainly in that one house that we did all the testing on. Like just walking past it before he even said anything about shadows, I knew instantly something was up with this place. Like I don't think it was something that had happened there. I think it was something that was brought there.
I agree. I agree. Some of it has been brought there from the paranormal investigations. And did y'all down south? Did y'all see anything like with your eyeballs, particularly, or maybe a sense or feel anything?
I definitely. You want to start?
I reckon.
Dylan, hit your mute button one time. See if it shows. I'm getting. Hello.
Yeah, that must have been it.
Hit your mute again.
But
Hello.
yeah, I got some really negative feelings
It's your
inside
side,
that one house.
Yeah. Yeah, the one house I was gonna say also it got like really really cold in there for a few minutes. Like
Yeah.
I was feeling like real cold spots and stuff.
Cold spots in that house.
Yeah.
And I think we got some cold spots. We actually did. I didn't download it yet, but I will. I actually forgot all about it. We had the XLS camera in there, and on two different occasions, one of them, I don't know if it's coincidence or not. Somebody talking about how the temperature had changed. It got cold, and we got a figure of a small child in there, and it's very close to you, Dylan.
Yeah, sitting in front of me, I think.
It was sitting in front of you to start with,
Yeah.
and I thought for sure it kind of disappeared, and then Angel brought out this rubber duck that he's made that's like a REM pod, except it's a rubber, it's a little toy, a large rubber duck.
Yeah.
I thought for sure if that kid spirit, I thought for sure it would come out and try to mess with it, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So like 10 minutes later, I caught the same kid spirit kind of on the floor behind Brad. It was like it wanted to move around and go back toward you, Dylan. It was the odd. I don't know if you had a friend or not, but it was trying to get back to you, and it would disappear again. So there was definitely something in that house, and I feel like it. I don't know if it was I know it was a kid spirit for sure. It was it was about the same height as the kitchen table was in there.
Mm-hmm. Just the same house that Chasity said she got attacked in too, I believe.
Yeah, same house. Same house.
Same one.
Chastity, did you think it was could you tell if it was like a kid spirit or not? Did you sense that at all? I think she froze up.
Either froze or I think she might have muted too.
Her service must be going in and out.
Yeah.
Angel, I
Sponsor us, Dr. Pepper.
You were in there a lot. You were in there the whole time recording. You didn't get nothing in there neither, huh?
Yeah, I mean, so I did, but we tried.
We tried hard.
Yeah.
We tried hard.
Yeah, but I know something Because I've been seeing some, I
You're
cannot
breaking
distinguish
up.
if it
You're
is a man.
breaking up. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I know since Sunday that somebody in here that probably followed me from that property, but I don't know if it is a man or a female.
Something followed you from Henry River?
Yes.
Ah, so you've been experiencing something this week.
Yeah, I've been seeing shadows around.
Ah, interesting.
Oh wow.
Very interesting. You
Sorry,
back,
I
Chastity?
couldn't hear y'all at all, and no, out of nowhere the audio cut on. But we have
No.
that
Yeah, you
feedback
froze up.
issue really bad.
It's
Yeah,
echoing
I'm
back.
sure.
Yeah, somebody has to mute.
Angels.
I guess when we take turns, we're gonna have to mute. Is this really bad?
I think it's Dylan. When Dylan mutes, it goes away. But Angel's audio isn't working good neither.
No, that's weird. It's
Yes,
on my end too, and for y'all too.
Greg, hit your mute button. I know whenever
yeah.
you hit it, it goes away.
It's y'all,
Yeah.
I think. Yep.
So every time
So
you
we'll
hit
have
it,
to
it's like
take
it's not.
turns.
I don't hear. No, there's no echo at all when they hit theirs.
Yep.
So yeah.
So we were saying, Chastity, did you think it was? Did you get any signs of a kid spirit? Because we caught a kid spirit on the XLS camera for sure. It didn't stay around, but we caught one there.
I went into that location and I immediately picked up the heavy feeling, and the first thing that I picked up was how can I say this on YouTube? People hurting other people that are younger than them in inappropriate ways.
Yep.
Pervert or like pedophile.
You need to turn. I don't know if these are working or not.
Yeah, they're on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Riley, you gonna get us cut off?
If you say that, we get us cut off. So somebody watching. If you
Mhm.
say words like that, sadly, it's kind
I'll
of
put
not
it to
freedom of
you.
speech.
Just wait.
All right. Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, that's what I picked up. I walked in, I whispered that to V, and V was like, yep, he felt it too. So in the house, again, I didn't get the information or the tour. I haven't like looked into anything. I hadn't even watched the video yet, but that's where it made me completely sick. In that room downstairs, the little room with the bed, I walked in there and my heart skipped a beat like I was having AFibs, and I hadn't had any issues the whole night. And I was like, okay, so I could get my guides. I would push the energy off of me, and it would go off, and then it would come back. And I did a recording session. I didn't hear any voices, but I could have caught an orb. I released that in a short video on YouTube, and I asked if it was like the freaking a orb or a fly, but I had Dead Serious look at it, and he says it's not fluttering, and I agree. So there was a lot of energy in that house, and I saw an old man that was like real pot belly, had a white wife beater on that was dirty, and he had like no hair, but he had that horseshoe hair, as I call it, that was gray. He come in my mind's eye, and that's who was like pretending, in my opinion, to be the demon, the bad person, you know. So
Yeah, and I can validate it too because before she said anything about anything like that, I went in the bedroom, the little girl's room, and I got down on my knees in front of the bed, kind of like you would be praying before bed. I could feel those motions, so I like went into it and I looked around. I didn't see anything. It's still pitch black because I have no light on in there. And I looked down, and then like right in between my legs, there's just this like egg-shaped ball of fuzz like right in between my legs, and that was just gave me like the most eerie feeling ever. Like it tried to make me uncomfortable. It wanted me out of there. I mean, you guys heard when I first walked in, the first thing it said was the witch is here or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting, uh and very uncomfortable.
You're
I
on
said I
muted,
was
Greg.
muted.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, people
I
are
was
saying
muted.
it's bad. Like you're gonna have to mute, I think. Yep, that's it.
So, turn yours off again, Dylan. It keeps going off. Turn it off. So, do you hear it now?
You would. Can I hear it? Yeah, it's on y'all's end.
Oh, is
So
it?
when we talk, you'll have to mute to make it stop. It's gonna be a.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, StreamYard does this sometimes. I've had this happen before.
Well, it's been pretty clean. Let's see.
And the viewers are saying it's really bad. That's why. So when we take turns down south, you'll have to mute yourself, and then it won't be bad.
It's picking up.
So it should be a little bit better. I had one setting off. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay,
No,
that's better. I don't hear it no more. I don't hear it no more.
It's staticky on my end.
No,
How about our audience? Can y'all let us know if it's better on y'all's end? I still hear it, and we're streaming the same thing. So that sucks.
Greg.
It could be paranormal activity.
Yeah, it could be. Good guess,
Angel's audio is. Oh yeah, mine.
I don't hear it.
When I talk, I hear it.
I don't hear it anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, I highly suggest if we're going to talk, when we're not talking, just mute it. That's my solution. So, but everybody, if I'm talking, then everybody would have to stay mute, and they take turns. That's what it does.
Or turn the speaker volume down. I think that's what's causing most of the feedback.
Yeah.
Voice off again.
Don't.
Let me turn our volume down.
And see if it does it.
Echo. Yeah, it does it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I've done this a lot, Nick. On StreamYard, it does it sometimes. It just sucks. It's how StreamYard is every once in a while.
I can't hear it on my end anymore. It's weird.
Yeah, you sound clean on your end.
Yeah.
I don't hear it at all I don't hear it at all for anybody anymore.
I hear it every time I talk. It's like a little lag.
I guess something's up with my phone because I don't hear it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just have to, if we want to stay on, everybody just has to mute unless you're talking, and then you unmute. Or we can try to come back in. Sorry, guys.
Chasity, I'm sorry.
StreamYard fuck.
It's okay.
Voice up, dude.
So do you hear it now?
It's not y'all, it's StreamYard. It's not doing it.
I don't hear it now when I'm talking. So I physically muted Dylan and it went away.
Okay. Dylan, you have to just raise your hand, buddy.
He was right the whole time.
Yay!
All right.
Don't act physical towards the big one.
Can I hear it now?
I think it had something to do with his speakers.
Yeah, it's that echo cancellation thing. Sometimes it is. That's what fixed mine.
So talk again, Chastity. We're gonna get it figured out.
Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás?
That's what it is.
Oh,
When I delete Dylan, it goes away.
It's a delay. Hey, hola.
Oh, it came back. What was that?
That was a Spanish.
I heard it.
You say you heard it. Anyway, we'll proceed. We'll just have to mute, like he said. Yeah, I hear it. Damn it. So I can hear it. Now it went away now. So it's better now. It is better.
Don't jinx us.
It went away. It's something with Dylan's somehow him and StreamYard and us. Between Dylan and us, something. But anyway, we'll move along. So anyway, we're talking about that house.
Yeah.
Dylan, when you were doing the Estes, I can't remember. Did we get anything stick out on the Estes?
Not really. I got a few little things. I'm trying to remember what all we got. Let me think about it, but it wasn't nothing like crazy.
I couldn't remember if we did any neither. I think another place, and I'm jumping around, was when we the very first place we went to, when we went down by the river where the old bridge was at. There was some activity down there. I don't know why we couldn't really pull into it, but as Andy told us, there used to be a man who, you got to go. Yeah, there used to be a guy who had to. I say a guy. I guess he was the traffic director for the one-lane wood bridge that was there. He said that several other psychic mediums have been and caught the image of a man there stopping them. You know, like, hey, the bridge is closed. Don't go now. And the bridge is not there anymore. But I thought that was cool. As soon as we got there, angels started getting some voices come through, and it was just like a guy who would be there controlling the bridge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing too with the obelisk, I know we caught a couple of words. You know how the mill got burned down. We got the word burning as like we were walking by where the old mill used to be. We got that word. That word popped up, and we were passing the river, and I got the word swim or swimming or something like that. So it was like two words that's like that correlate with what was going on.
And this psychic medium may or may not have picked up on that particular man or that whole stopping thing. You'll just have to wait to see on Friday or Saturday whether she did or not.
So you did. So I don't know. Going back to, like I said, there was a lot of information in a lot of different places, a big area to go over. We may would have got something down at the bridge, because that was a heck of a story the man was telling us about the bridge. If it, I don't feel like he would be telling us a story or a lie about it. He definitely experienced something there on two different occasions where a lady was thrown over the bridge, basically. We run out of time. We got in the car. Actually, I think we got in the car. We were like, dude, we never even went down to the bridge. But time just flew by. So I don't know about the bridge. Probably should go back.
Yeah, and we got a question. Dead Serious Investigations asked, out of the whole property, which area did you feel the most active? Would y'all like to answer? I'll say personally, the store, but there's two places, but the store for me was the most active. What about y'all?
Yeah, I agree. Definitely the store. Next after that, I'd say would be the little house that we went into across the street from the store. But definitely the general store was like the most active. We caught that picture of the shadow figure against the back wall, and then we were doing running a spirit box, and there was a spirit in there with a potty mouth. So yeah, we were getting cussed at and everything. I know Chasity, she took the brute of getting cussed at and being called all kind of names. But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I will agree. The store, because that was the only place that my K2 meter actually was active, where he said the body landed. So.
Yeah, that's right. He said there was a body that there was bloodshed right outside the front door. He said they had several different occasions they had to go and try to clean the blood up off the asphalt, all these years later. So it was active there. One thing that caught me, and I didn't say anything to anybody until we were kind of heading back, that one house that your cat ball went off and Angel's REM pod, they kind of started going off together. And the REM pod, something appeared to run your battery down on the REM pod. Yeah. And I've only seen that happen in like two places: the Savannah haunting, dealing with a demon, and the Hell House in Kinston, dealing with what we perceive may or may not be a demon.
Yeah. And Dylan said the same thing about the video camera. He said it drained it quick. And matter of factly, my gimbal that V got me as an early birthday present, it like stop. I mean, it could be that. I mean, I charged it though. Wait a minute, I charged it, but it shouldn't have went dead that fast. So there was batteries being drained for sure too. And I mean, I was so excited to have my cat ball go off because they've never went off because I just got them like a month ago. So I just went intuitively and sat them there, and that was the first thing to go off. And it was like it was draining energy to manifest. And we got down to the river, and I just felt everybody behind me looking down. Like the river was chill. And down there, it was real comfortable and calm. The only thing that I felt down there, like, that there was spiritual energy, but it's a different type of spiritual energy than we're looking for. I'll put it to you that way. It was very nice, relaxing.
Yeah.
I could get a pillow and a blanket and sleep right there. Not a problem. Up on that hill, though, and I'm sure down the hill where the mill used to be probably is a little different. But that specific area, there's like a protector of the land, and that may be the man you're speaking of. I'll have to go back because I don't remember when I'm channeling. Sometimes I forget some things, so I'm still going through everything. But yeah, up on the hill, it was like I had the villagers all staring at me. There's several people there, or spirits of people there, and they're not all necessarily bad. One of the impressions I got, besides the man standing there with no arm, I picked up some psychic impressions about, he said somebody was pushed out the window because I said mother daughter, and that story was validated, and all the details are, they'll come, but it's there. And I started getting head pain, and she was sitting there staring at me, and the mom was like this, looking at me in that window, like down, like, don't tell. Don't tell. But yeah, that was fairly interesting. The visuals I was getting at night, though, I didn't see anything. My vision's different at night, so it started coming in a different way. But that's all I have to add.
It's serious. We didn't notice any.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I did or not. There was one other thing about the river that caught my attention, and I say this because of being in construction all my life. The sheer amount of energy that's being produced down at that river would be enough to keep a spirit alive for eternity.
Yeah,
that place, there is a big change in elevation in that river. I couldn't see it, but there's a dam there. So I don't know if there's a 10, 15, 20 foot elevation difference, but the dam was broken and you could hear water gushing around the old dam all the time.
yeah.
So if anybody knows, there's lots of powerful things in the world, but water is one of the most powerful. Let me say that, running water. It can erode, it can eat out a rock that diamond blade saws have a hard time cutting.
Yeah.
There's so many other things I could say about it, but immediately when I got down there, I was like, man, with the energy I'm feeling here, there's a lot going on. So it's a wonder we really didn't get a lot more. And like you said, probably where the old mill burned down is probably a hotbed of activity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And y'all got burnt on the what was it, the spirit box. And I want to give Angel a compliment. He makes some fantastic equipment. So I don't know if, Angel, you're in the market for selling these to the public, but to my audience, if you're interested in any paranormal equipment, the guy below me here is the man. He makes them. So, and he does a fantastic job. What is the one that looks like the old radio? Angel, could you tell us about that and maybe tell the people that are watching?
Yes, that's one of we call it the portal. So it just uses the radio scanner or some applications when we don't have signals that we did there. And it adds some reverb and some effects. So it clear out the radio noises. So everything that you can get through, I mean, not everything that you can hear is actually a spirit, but some of the responses you get actually make sense when you're asking and expecting an answer. So they're very good.
I agree. because as I let spirit give me the questions. When I say spirit, I mean, for those, a lot of you may know, but for those that may be new or watching for the first time, when I say spirit, I mean higher benevolent beings that have ascended, not spirits that are in the, what I call like the earth mirror realm or whatever. It does work. It was working because I just felt the need, like I was pooped, right? And because it was my first investigation and everything, but I just felt the need to, I walked up and I'm like, I feel like I need to ask this thing some questions. I was being drawn over there. And I started, and that's when it started cussing me out, because all of us you see right now, we're all standing together. We didn't really separate much. And I think just because the place was so big and the guy was just standing there like the military, a police officer, he went into police officer mode. So he's just standing there like a soldier protecting us. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't that I was intimidated or anything. It was just strange. I wasn't expecting that, but it was nice to have somebody there in case something happened. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that it was funny, but Adam was fantastic. I want to say that. I give him props, and he was really cool, but it was just like he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody else thought that was interesting. I did. But yeah, so it was calling me names. I was asking questions. I was getting responses. That's the only time that I had personal interaction with Angel's equipment, but it really, really did work. And at some point in the future, I don't know when, but I'm going to add that to my toy list for paranormal investigations, because I definitely want one.
Well, Angel is your equipment man. If you have an idea of what the way you want something to look, he also has a printer. He can print different shapes. He can make a REM pod probably about, if you can imagine it, and he can get it in his computer software. He can print it and make it look that way. So Angel, dead serious, is asking about that that paranormal activity you may have been experiencing, in case you did bring something from Henry River. Tell us again. You were breaking up a little bit on us.
Okay, yeah. I was telling Greg earlier that since Sunday, because I end up spending the night close by, because I said I don't want to fall asleep in halfway. So I stay there. Then as soon as I get home, I've been seeing a shadow follow me around. I don't know if it is a male or a female. I cannot,
It's a male.
but I know it's somebody there.
Yeah, I see it. I was writing it down as you were writing it because we had technical issues, but it is a black shadow. I see it. I see it in your hotel room. I see it walking between like beds or whatever. It was there with you. So that's going to be easy to get rid of if we can take care of it now. If you want, some assistance with that, I can send you much love and light from right where I'm at. Okay. And I can see what I can do, but I would highly suggest whatever spiritual routines you have, like your white sage and clearing your house. This can turn into an issue if it's not taken care of. And this is that's really what I specialize in. So Angel, I'm sorry to hear that happen. But yeah, we can, if I don't know what you already know. I know we just met. I don't know much about you, but if you need any help or suggestions, I'm here for you.
He don't look too worried about it.
No.
I appreciate it. Now you mentioned, I got goosebumps all over my skin. I noticed that we're talking about him. So if he don't goes away in a few days, and I clear the house.
Perfect. Because I don't know what your routines are, but I will send you much love and support if you need the help, because I see him like it's a male, it's a man, but it's like there's no clothes or anything. It's just a shadow figure. It's almost thought for me, but it's not. It's like a fractal shadow of a person, but it is male. I don't know if he was there or not, but it's something that's either came in. I don't feel like he was a resident either. Like when me and V say that there's some things that have been brought there factually. Also elemental energy, that I believe in the woods and the surrounding area, there is elemental energy. But me and Angel were talking about how you're intuitive, like you see things sometimes, and that might very well be why he decided to come home with you, because you're like a light bulb. I mean, we all have light. Don't get me wrong, we all have light, but when we're more open, we're brighter. So there's some reason he may have liked you and wanted to come home.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I saw him, but it's cool.
Good. As long as you're good, I'm good. But I'm here for you. I send you much love and light because it can get bad sometimes, but then sometimes I know you've got that's right. I remember now. I remember talking to you. You're gonna be good. Now I remember. Yes.
We're sitting here thinking about burn it down.
Yeah.
Burn it down. It's like a big spider. Burn a house down.
See, Chasity, what you don't know, this ain't the first attachment Angel's had. He can tell you some stories for sure.
Okay, good. Because I remember having a conversation now with him about it. So good. I got you. Yeah, that's crazy though. It came like I use my little practices and my methods. I will say this, I've been having not nightmares, but oh no, actually I did last night. I actually had nightmares last night. I can't really remember the couple of them, but it was a lot of murder, like stabby type nightmares, like people killing people. But I have had more, and I have seen things in my mind's eye. So I would say that things are trying to communicate with me through um like through afar. I don't feel anything here particularly in my area, in my space. What just fell?
That was my phone. Sorry.
Oh, scared me. Thought it was something else. But yeah, I can actually, now that I sit here and think about it, I have had nightmares and certain things come through in my mind's eye, which can happen whether you're on location or not, for me at least. But I don't feel like anything's here. Dylan, have you had any issues since you've been back home?
No, I mean everything's been pretty normal for me, thank God. But yeah, I do have a quick question. Like when something like that happens, like can it, like I know, like will it say with Angel's case, like I guess it would attach itself to him on the way home, and then like when it gets home, does it like detach itself, but it's still there, or like how does that play out?
Yeah, V just said he'd come back drained, had a paranormal hangover for the last couple days.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Angel. How does that work? Do you have to? Would it leave on its own, or would it stay there forever until you try to get rid of it?
Me? You're asking me? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing a little bit. It would.
Sorry, got something stuck in my throat.
It would. Sorry. Anyways, it could leave on its own, but with your own personal spiritual practices, you can make it leave, right? And Angel will be able to do his clearing methods and be able to get it to leave. Um, it doesn't feel like it's anything super bad, but if it's not made to leave, it might not leave on its own unless one of your guides, I personally believe, and I mean, everybody has different opinions and beliefs. I personally believe, everybody has a spirit guides, guardian angels, stuff like that. So sometimes our guides can do that for us. But a lot of times, they can only message with free will. So quit blowing that
I
in
was
my
blowing
face.
it away from it.
Jesus, he's over here smoking and I can't even have a cigarette and he's blowing it towards the freaking camera. I'm about to strangle him.
I'm not smoking, for the record. It's water vapor.
It's still getting in my face.
Vape. You vape.
Vape.
Is it one of those special ones from California?
Yeah.
It's legal. You can get it shipped to North Carolina.
I don't do tobacco. That's terrible.
Yes, you do, liar.
I got to ask you a question since we just talked about that. So
Sure.
Right before we left, and you went and took a little break, and you over by the cars, and you came back, and you were looking like you were looking inside the old store, and you were like, "Oh, you're funny. You're real funny."
Oh yeah.
And I thought you were talking to Ryder. I was like thinking, damn, I didn't even say a joke or anything. and then you go jump inside the store and Chastity's like, "Hey, dude, you can't go in there, and you don't stand on Angel stuff." And so I was just curious if that had anything to do with one of those California vapes.
No, actually, that was a real deal encounter I had.
Okay.
I had this redheaded, green-eyed lady, like with a very inviting personality, I could feel her like in the store, like she used to work there, or do something like in the store. It feels like she had red hair and light freckles and green eyes, and she just
Oh,
like,
heck.
I remember the
That's my
smile.
kind of girl.
I'm gonna try to like recreate a picture of her to see like if I can get close to what I saw, but she was very inviting, like not a bad energy, but not
Was she
something I've
alone?
normally experienced. I'm
She
sorry.
was alone. So she was alone. So it's not. It's probably not the same spirit that you were thinking about that fell out of the window or jumped out. Chastity.
I think it was a trickster. I think personally for me, I think it was something to because something was looking to come home. That's why when I ended that spirit box session, okay, with my part of it or whatever, and I'm like, look, when I was done talking, I said, you can't come with me. I already felt like the clingy. The stuff that we call, it might not have been a whole lot, but the stuff that, I'm still not even done looking, but the stuff, ooh, what is that?
I'll
I might have
say
got scratched or
I'll say
something.
this much. One thing that Adam Coffey said, our tour guide, that stood out to me. I asked him, I was like, do you normally have experiences like this? And he was like, this night is an above average night for sure.
Full moon.
And I was like, well, what do you see that we're doing different? And he says, well, for one, you guys have a lot more equipment than people that come up there. And
Yeah.
also, you guys seem to take your time in every single spot you went to. There was not a single bit of rushing. There was not a hurry up, we got to move to this location or that. And I mean, that's a little advice for you viewers out there, anybody that's interested in getting into this, because staying around and waiting for that response, it's really important. Like, that's something that I noticed you guys do that's very different from what I've seen a lot of others do, and it really seems to yield some good results.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've learned from Angel over time, especially when you ask a question during Spirit Box, Estes, or whatever it may be. Give it a minute or so. Don't just keep cramming, 4 or 5 questions down its throat. Give it time to respond, and you'll be surprised. Even if you don't hear anything, what I've learned, it could be a minute after or a minute and a half after you ask a question. If you don't hear something, a lot of times I'll pick up an EVP because I haven't gone through those yet. I got 3 hours of EVPs to go through.
Yeah, we used to be like kind of bad about that, like as far as like rushing investigations and not taking our time. But over time, we like with the help of Angel and a lot of other people, we've started to take our time and actually ask questions, like more thought out questions. Wait a few minutes for an answer. If we don't get an answer, ask another question. Wait a few more minutes, and so on and so forth. So I feel like that's kind of helped us out a lot, down the road.
Yeah, definitely. Angel, you've been taking us to school and you didn't even know it.
I mean, we all learn from each other, definitely. So I mean, I when I started, it was the same way. I was trying to rush through everything, trying to capture something. Then I realized, I mean, I'm messing up myself. So let's relax. Let's take our time. Go there, ask questions, record, and then go little by little. But next
Yeah,
time
I
I can
agree.
send the shadow to your house. Well, how about that?
What's that?
Can I send the shadow to you?
I ain't so sure we don't have. I'm not sure we don't have a little something out here in this building. We cleansed the equipment a week or so ago, but it's been a few weeks ago. We were outside. It was the sun had gone down, and we were looking out toward the building we're in right now, and there was a light blinking in here. And I was like, dude, we left something on out there. I walked out here and there was nothing on. Walked back in, and I was like, man, we didn't leave nothing on. I don't know what's going on. It was a red light. And I mean a bright light. It like the TV was on, and it was nothing but red. So I wait a few minutes. I'm like, that is really worrying me. I won't sleep tonight. I want to know what we left on. I walked back out here, nothing on. Haven't seen it since, but you gotta wonder, man. You go so many places, some good, some bad, and you just you sooner or later something's going to follow you home.
I was surprised somebody followed us home from that house in Kingston. That really surprised me. I mean, if something hasn't, then I mean, if we go back, I feel like it might, end up following us the last time we go, if we go back. So
it's a matter of time.
Nothing followed us from there.
Yeah. Things can. The thing about this is something I want to say, and I mean, y'all might already know this. You probably do. Some people. This is more for the viewer. Going paranormal investigating, there is a difference between being on site and off site, but depending on who you are and how you communicate and all that kind of stuff, if you're highly intuitive, you can pre-communicate with these things that might be down at the river. Like if you're running a spirit box or you're running the ghost box or whatever, and you're getting responses, it doesn't mean that spirit's actually right there. It can be way further back. It doesn't necessarily mean it's always right there. Sometimes it is, like it'll come up and stuff. I've noticed that, but like the type of communication and stuff that I do can be remotely, but it could still be on property. Things can follow. I did notice there was some compartmentalization, and you know what? I'm sitting here thinking right now, that man that's been seen at the bridge, he's keeping that little area. Something was special to him about that little cul-de-sac grassy area, because he's keeping that area clear and clean, because when you hit that hill, certain places, it's like I'm starting to see flashes through my head of like through time. And that's kind of how the dream was last night. It was really weird. I can't remember a whole lot about it, but it was set back, like back in time, because I think the village was open to what, about the 1970s, which really, in retrospective is not that long ago. So
Nope.
I mean, basically, there's still some people that live there. So there was several things that's happened there. That's stories that have never been told. And even the guy that was watching over us, Adam, he said what happened in the village would stay in the village. So there's some things that happened there, I think, if people got away with it. And, I'm sitting here thinking now, too, I watched people in my dream get, the big M here. I've said it several times. I'm not trying to get us cut off either. But then while I was down at the cul-de-sac grassy area, I wrote down in my book, Find the Well. I'm starting to wonder if there's been somebody thrown down some of them places. I wonder if something's happened to somebody and it's never left the village and something's down there. That's just the impression I'm getting. Of course, I don't know if this is proven, but I'm also feeling like there's like ties. There's like it's like coming in, seriously. There's like ties within the community, maybe organizations and stuff that are secret organizations or just secrets in general with the bigger county people that have something to do with this area. There's a lot more spirits telling me there's a lot more stories than we ever will be told, because then people kept their secrets. And I'll cut it there. I'm muting myself.
It's funny you said that though, because I had I kept seeing shafts.
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, let me jump in and comment on that. I know when we were there, I don't think y'all were there yet, but Adam was telling us a story about how one day he was out there and he just stumbled across, he heard somebody yelling from somewhere, and it happened to be like a little boy inside of a whale down there somewhere. And he ended up saving the little boy, but then the little boy would mention something about he saw like other skeletons down there. So there's been multiple people in that well before him. So he was lucky enough to that Adam was there to like pull him out. So it's funny that how you mentioned that whole well situation. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. He told us about that before you even got there.
Okay, and Nick's freaking out too, because he's like, he just saw something I saw. Because if he was talking about that, that's crazy. Because that's crazy. And you bet these are missing people in this county that just went out there for fun, and or there's what I was talking about, where people have been thrown down them because of something they've done. It was a boy with blonde hair last night in my dream, and even a girl. It was a couple. So I don't know. I think some of these spirits are communicating with me from from there. But I've been working on clearing out everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not having any issues besides that. I'm not seeing anything visually. It's all telepathically. So I do think it's interesting. I'm having that. And then Angel's having the situation and then the stories and stuff. Overall, I'm going to say again, I think the place is definitely haunted. Might not be nothing super malevolent and crazy, but we'd only got 20% maybe of that property.
I'd say a quarter.
20%.
Like right at.
So much history and so much time. Not only talking about, like Dylan said, the guy, the young boy fell in the old well, and it's a deep well. I mean, it's like a 70 to 100 feet well, but the boy could not get over. He was upset about he had fallen in the well, and he broke his arm. I mean, like he had a compound fracture. It was sticking out of his arm when Adam pulled him out. But the boy couldn't get over, he was in tears because of he saw skulls in the bottom of the well. Not only that, when you think about it, how many people back in the day were probably thrown off that old wood bridge to their death?
There's
no telling how many bodies are in the bottom of that river
recently.
Yeah, that's wild. I feel it. I think there's a bunch of unsolved mysteries. There's some unsolved mysteries at this place. And I would, at some point, maybe not in the super near future, I would go back there and stay the night in that little house, but you can't smoke on property, so it ain't happening.
You have to.
I'm sorry. I'll go back and paranormal investigate, but that's one thing if I wake up in the morning, I'm getting me a cigarette, okay?
I hear you. Yeah, they don't like any smoking there. I'm gonna pull in this picture, and maybe you can help validate it from some of the things you saw. I'll show you all the picture. I don't know if I've shown it to Angel. I've sent it to Dylan. Had a lot of trouble trying to bring this picture in. I don't know if it's something about it. The spirit don't want to be seen. And there's going to be skeptics. We already know. Any of you guys who are watching, nothing's ever real. But I'll tell you this before I bring it in. When I saw this spirit, it is the first time I've actually caught one on camera. I've caught some things that look like a spirit. Could have been lens flares or anything, but I feel 100% sure this is a spirit that we caught. I figure.
Yeah. Well, he even tested it, asking people. There was nobody in front of the camera.
Yeah, I thought actually when I first saw it, when I was looking in there, I was like, dude, that's Dylan. He's big. And I looked, and Dylan's to my left, and I say, Dylan, move, because I see a shadow figure. I want to make sure it's not you. Dylan moves out of the way. I took like 10 pictures. Well, one of the pictures I caught it out of the 10, and I don't know, Angel, if I even went back, Dylan, I looked at the video that you were rolling the whole time, and when I was you heard me talking to you about it, move out of the way, move to the left, and make sure it's not you. That you took the camera and pointed it down at the same time. I'm seeing something so weird that happened, and it does like that sometimes. You miss it, but it just so happened I had my phone on where it multi-burst, and I just mashed it, and it took like 10 pictures. And out of the 10, that figure is only on one of them. So I feel like if if something happened and it was somebody else's shadow, it would have got it in more than one picture.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull it in here and let y'all look at it and see what you think. I kind of get chills. So I'm happy we finally got it. Got a picture like this. It ended up being kind of grainy. I'm curious how it's going to come in with all of us. Let's see up here.
There's Sam and Dean and Bobby.
Why does it keep changing Sam and Dean?
Maybe they need to be seen.
Let's see. Stay here.
Love him, guys.
Set. Save. Lock screen. All right, we're going to see.
I wasn't present for this, and I've seen it live. But when I say that, I caught something that I can at least back this up with, right? It's
I don't know if
wild.
it's large enough where you
It's
guys can
wild.
see it. But now that I've brung it in, of course, it's dark. You know, it's black and white. It's dark picture. We didn't have any. Angel might have had some night vision going, but I didn't. This was with my cell phone, and you can actually see. It looks to me like you see you like to see a little light areas for eyes. But this was taken as soon as the man opened the door into this building. I was like, I feel like something's going to be in there when this dude does this.
Yeah.
Because Chasity had already said more than one occasion she felt like there was a man looking at her from upstairs. But looking in here, this is in the very back of the room on the back wall, and it's a shadow figure. You know, looks like there's a wood post or something beside it, maybe a beam. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to tell you. We've been doing this a while now, not nearly as long as lots of people, but this is the first time I've caught a shadow figure actually on camera that I actually could tell what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's y'all's thoughts?
It's wild. There was nobody. Look, I know for a fact nobody else was in that building. That shadow, the way that you brought it out in the image, it shows that the shadow's layered, and it's like it's at the same friggin' area. Well, no, that's with the chairs. So like the stuff that I caught is in the same kind of area, but guess what? The stuff that I caught looks different than that. But it almost, I will say, it almost matches the story that I got. One of the impression stories that I got when I saw the man. He was shaped like that. Because I saw it that night and I looked at it, super tired, but looking at it again with the contrast way that you have this, you can physically see like the legs and everything. It's like the shadows overlapping some of the stuff in there. It like inside of the building. Personally, that's what it looks like to me. But that's kind of the shape that I saw the man. He had a suit on. I almost say I wanted a hat. But yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
I
what
saw
gets
the
me is the
original image. The original
size
image
of
is a
that
little
figure.
different. Yeah.
Yeah. We got it in and I blowed it up so you could see it. But what gets me is you look at those chairs, folding chairs on the floor, and you look at the size of that image behind it. That thing's huge.
Yeah.
What gets me is it has no legs.
It feels like the image is closer, though. It feels like it looks big, right? But I think when you called it, because again, I don't know. I think I was on the side of the building actually when y'all caught this. The way that it looks like this thing's closer to you than in the back. That's what it looks like. Now, what I caught is different looking, kind of. Yeah, it's not. I will say it's not. Doesn't look like a male, but this is wild though. It's got depth to it.
One thing I can add is like where the feet
Like
or the legs don't appear to be
for some reason.
Where they don't appear to be present. It
Yeah.
looks like you've caught this picture in dematerialization.
Or in the midst, yeah.
Like right in the as it was beginning to. Like you might have caught this so early on, you got such a full picture with great clarity. It's very rare to get one like this.
Yeah. I'm on mute.
Yeah, like I said, we take a lot of pictures, and I even told Brad, our guest that was there, I was like, if you don't do nothing else, just take a lot of pictures. And yeah, I pulled it in and blew it up, so it definitely was further back. It's definitely not that close to the door, but I wanted to pull it in where you could really see. So there it is. I'm very convinced. I know what I saw. And out of the 10 pictures, there were probably 6 pictures before that and a few after it. And it was the only picture that it was caught in. So anyway, that's the big deal for us. We'll be keeping that one. I don't know where we'll post it, but I don't know. Like I said,
That's
there's plenty
crazy.
of skeptics. I'm already ready for it, but whatever.
Looks like it'd make a great t-shirt.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Good idea, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It has one of those cool dark structures.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be really cool for a 2-color print.
And dead serious investigations looked at my image because I've sent it. And if y'all down south, if y'all want to send Angel and Dylan the image that I caught, like the original one, it won't be as high quality, but I'd be happy to send it to y'all too. I'd like for y'all to see it. It's pretty interesting. In the back, I'm just waiting till Friday or Saturday to release it to the public, but you're welcome to send that to them too. I'm excited because I mean, I've seen things on pictures and stuff, which sometimes I wonder if I see things that are there but not there type stuff with my intuitive impressions, right? But once digital imagery has come along, it's changed the way that we view things that are unseen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's more capabilities. And one thing about our cell phones that I've learned, like one thing about these is taking a picture of like the stars. Okay. So when you take a pictures of the stars, there's certain things that would pop up in the sky that you could tell had mass because they would have different layers almost of the colors where it's digital imaging, right? But I figured out like I could capture mass even in the dark. And with my new phone, it has some type of infrared or something because it's the S22 Ultra Samsung and I can take pictures at night and it'll brighten them up and make them look really nice. That's how I captured what this was because when I was taking my pictures, the building was completely dark. We had a little bit of light going in, but it was just pitch black. There was nothing there, so it was lighting up the night. The only flights we had was like way outside, and V wasn't even recording when, or maybe he was. Actually, we did have lights outside, but you really couldn't even see the back of the building. We wasn't shining it that far.
But it was a red light, so it's not overbearing.
Right, but I don't even think we're using the red light when I caught this. This was at
Right.
in the middle or right after. But what I'm saying is when you have mass in an image, I was able to take a picture of the stars. I could see the mass in the image, and I realized it was Orion's belt. So I went back and added my digital image up with Orion's belt, and there it was. It was literally the same. I could identify it, right? Because it's different when you don't have Zoom and all that kind of stuff. So think about it in those terms. The reason I'm saying this is the digital images and the things that we can do with these phones and cameras and all that kind of stuff. There is ways that we can tell that because spirits literally live in between the air to a degree. They are literally here in a different dimension, in a different realm. I see these realms. Again, I've explained it before, but like walking through somebody's house, I don't see all your belongings. I see the things that hold energy. Houses hold energy. Rooms hold energy. Wood holds energy, but like I'm not going to see your dirty drawers on the floor. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have that much energy. They get washed often. But like again, my dog didn't like going in the kennel, but she used to chew up stuff. So when I went to work, I put her in the kennel. Guess what? When I actually walked through my house, that kennel was there. There's certain things that have energy and you can see them in this mirror realm. And it's literally, you hear theories, but I have to explain it like layers of a cake, layers of a book. Ascended, descended layers, earth realm, but it's probably not like that. That's just from our perspective. That's why I put earth in the middle. It's a perspective. It's not how it actually is. That's how I teach people about it. But what I'm trying to say overall is the images and stuff, we can actually capture them and tell the depth and the mass, and the things literally show up in between the air. But you have to watch out. What is it called? Digital composition by Google.
Google composite imagery.
Composite imagery. And we're not saying anything about the photo you caught. That's crystal clear. But there are certain features within these devices that can composite certain things. So go ahead.
It's where the imagery basically it can't make sense of what it's seeing, so it makes something to place in the place of those pixels.
And I haven't looked into it. It's just something he's talked about to me that I'm sharing or relaying. I'm not an expert in any of this. It's just a lot of this stuff is based on my experience. So I just figured I would share that. But yeah, that's a crazy capture. The way that you put the black and white part to pull it out, you can actually see the shadow over some of the chairs, and there was depth to it is what I was saying. So it's very interesting. Yeah, so hopefully y'all thought that was pretty cool too. I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is I as soon as I saw it, I noticed it, which is unusual. I usually notice things months later. And that's why I asked Dylan, I was like, dude, move. Do you see that? Move over. Make sure it's not you. it's not me. It was nobody else. So yeah, I'm sure what we caught. And yeah, when I pulled it in and I blew it up a little bit too big, but I wanted to make sure everybody could see it tonight. I don't know what kind of screen everybody's looking at, but anyway,
yeah,
that was exciting.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go through some more for some EVPs because there was definitely a long time, a lot of long periods where we were not getting any audible answers. So I'd definitely like to hear what come out of it in silence.
Yeah. Like I said, I recorded the whole time, so I'll be going through some of that probably as I'm sitting at work tomorrow working. I usually turn it on at work and just let it play.
Put it on like a podcast.
I've got to myself. I got to edit when we're probably getting ready to have to leave you guys, you fine fellas, and I've got to go to the store and get a little something for a late dinner. So I got to do my mommy duties and everything. But it was definitely a pleasure to meet you, Angel, and to see you again, Dylan. And of course, it was a pleasure to see you two from down south paranormal again. Hopefully, sooner than later. Huh?
What'd you say?
Down south supernatural, huh?
Did I say paranormal again? My bad. I keep doing that. I know it's supernatural, but I keep saying paranormal for some reason. They're going to sue me. Down south paranormal is going to sue me. I keep saying that.
What do you say, moonologist?
All right, you damn moonologist.
Hey, dyslexia is a real thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna start saying go. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say. Smart ass. I tried. I just gotta go. I got a tinky winky. So I've got to go, y'all. But I certainly appreciate it. And guys, thank you. I'm looking forward to the next one. Hopefully, I'll be able to meet y'all again.
It was a great experience.
Yeah. Thank y'all for inviting us. And yeah, y'all are super special, awesome. And let's see. I was thinking. Definitely get in touch with me if you want to go anywhere else. I know for a fact I want to go to the Trivet Clinic Center for my birthday. So me and V and May, I'm going to try to get my brother. If my sister doesn't want to go, I'm going to try to get my brother. He said he would be freaked out. But Trivet Clinic Center, I had a little connection with.
Yeah, there's a little something there.
If your sister goes, I'll be going with y'all.
All right.
I do not care if I got to walk to Hamptonville. My happy ass will be there.
All righty then. All right. Well, thank y'all for having us. We're going to sign off. Y'all have a good night.
Right.
Down south supernatural.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
Go night.
Bye. Angel, I got a question.
See you later.
Bye. You what was I just had it on the tip of my tongue and I forgot that quick. Oh, I know what it is. Dorothea Dixon is Durham or Raleigh?
Making a big announcement about her final book.
Raleigh. Have you ever been there to the park and just sat there and just to see what you could get?
Yeah, I mean you can drive around. Just you cannot get in the building, but you can investigate from the outside.
Where I want to go. I told us, me and Riley, we want to go there. I want to check it out. There, I done some reading, and that's some wild stuff that's happened to that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know. I join you.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that. You know, because Dylan can't go. Dylan's about to be on lockdown for a little while.
I'll be on daddy duty for about 4 months.
That's okay. Dylan, I don't know if you heard it start with. Out of respect for you, we're not going to go anywhere big. We had one planned that we're going to put off for a little while. So we're going to go to that St. Albans in August, Angel.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I knew you. Riley said you had been there. We're going to go there, and but anyway, we're going to stick around the house, and so you know we're going to stay local. But I do want to go to Dorothy Dix and just sit there. I think I bet you could get some crazy EVPs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some in there is an old cemetery near where they have the sunflower field, and I got a bunch.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it for us for tonight, too. Appreciate y'all getting up here. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Dylan, man. Glad you could get up here tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all guys could join.
Look at what I'm working on.
I think I know what that is.
That
might be our music box.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
This is like the color that I'm gonna build yours is way better. It's really? Yeah.
So whose is that one?
Cool.
Just a prototype. Just something that I use for measuring up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nobody
cool.
just.
Yeah. We're excited about that.
Yeah. This one is the electric motor. Yours is gonna have the music box with the handle.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. So now that I this one that I know it works, then I can work fast.
Nice.
Sounds awesome to me.
That'd be a perfect time for us to meet you at Dorothea Dix then.
Okay. Yeah.
You get it ready, and we're playing that. What do you think?
So,
So don't call us until you can take a 2 or 3 hour break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, guys. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Angel, for hopping on tonight. You too, Dylan.
Y'all. Thank you, Dylan.
It was good live.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
We'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
All right.
Catch y'all guys later.
All right, there you have it, down south fans. A pretty good live tonight. I hope you all got to see our picture of our little friend we took. I hated Angel might have taken something home with him. That's the first time we think we've had that happen. But anyway, we'll keep in touch. We're going to start doing some serious YouTube editing. We got a lot of material, a lot of videos.
Got a lot of videos.
A lot of pictures, and we're fixing to quit dragging our feet.
We're about to pump some out.
We're going to take a little time and make it awesome while Dylan's taking some time with his family and getting ready for that new baby he's got coming.
Yeah.
So thank you all for getting on. We love you all. We thank you for getting on, and shout us out. Check us out on Instagram now. We're going to try to grow that. We started Instagram Monday. We were supposed to go live on Instagram tonight with the professional account, but for some reason it wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
So maybe next week.
Yeah, we're going to try again next week.
Yeah, we'll be going to Orlando, Florida in 2 weeks, and we will be hitting up a haunted hospital. Hadn't even told Riley. The old Lakeland Hospital, psychiatric hospital. It looks like they're going to let Down South come in for a few hours and check that place out.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. So,
really? Riley just got happy.
So, yeah. So, we'll be probably having a little live while we're there. And definitely we'll be going live next Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But until then, guys, we appreciate it. Thank you, Chasity and V.
Angel,
thank you,
Dylan.
Angel. Thank you, Dylan.
Everybody.
We appreciate it. And until next Wednesday night or before, you never know what might happen. We'll catch you where at.
Catch us at that Down South out.
Thank you. Later, y'all.